What's up, world? Welcome back to Radical Investors, where we talk about crypto, stocks, NFTs, and all the ways how to get to the money. I'm Wasu.
I'm Hamed.
And today we're giving you a midweek update on all the craziness that's going on in the crypto/NFT world.
Let's go.
Guys, I hope you've been having a fantastic week. We know we are. We wanted to do a kind of a new segment on this channel just because some news is moving so fast. We wanted to take a pause midweek and give you guys all the reviews and the news that's been happening throughout the week in the crypto world.
Yeah, so let's just start it off. So big news, Bitcoin is down.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Boosh, right?
Let's just start it off with that.
So, I mean, and it's quite interesting. Obviously, we know that the crypto world works in cycles, and this is not actually a crash. A lot of the news, the lamestream media news has labeled this as a crash.
Right.
It's not a crash. We know a crash is when Bitcoin goes from 50,000 to 10,000 or something like that. That's a crash, right? But it's interesting news to see that there's a let's call it a pullback from Bitcoin exactly when El Salvador decides to make Bitcoin their official currency.
Yeah,
right?
so it seems to be a coordinated attack. I mean, what are the odds of that really happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, we know that certain countries, right? Let's see, how can we put this? SBC, certain countries don't want other countries to get off of right the debt train.
Exactly.
Right? It is.
That's a whole business.
It's
right
a
there,
whole
right?
business from certain first world countries to have certain developing nations on the debt train.
Yeah.
Right. And that's been the playbook since the 1920s, and the powers that be are very, very, very invested in keeping that debt train going. And by El Salvador creating new pathways for other countries to come off that debt train, they want to make sure that experiment fails, because they don't want anybody else following in the steps of El Salvador, in my humble opinion.
Right, or they don't want them to do it first, because I think this thing is kind of inevitable as far as each country, taking part in crypto. So that was the major news. The other one that recently came out today was Coinbase. Coinbase basically being kind of attacked by the SEC. The SEC is looking, the SEC is looking to sue Coinbase because so Coinbase has a few new stable coins that are being offered, and they're going to yield pretty decent percentages for just compared to average saving account, around 4% yield, as to the 0.00004 that you're getting in a normal bank. So that just seemed very odd. Definitely, it seems like big banks are talking to their people that they pay, right? Yeah. Different politicians, and trying to somehow get in the way of progress.
Yeah, we know the SEC is a Wall Street-owned government arm. Right. Part of the government. I mean, we know this. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that they can come in and find Coinbase for something as small as staking and giving yield off of coins,
no sense.
When you have literally, they haven't opened up investigations on Citadel, Walls, there's been a whole movement with AMC, not to get off topic, but if you guys watch this channel, you know exactly what we're talking about. The insider game that's happening over there in the AMC world of thing, and naked shorts and all that stuff. They don't have anything to say.
Nothing.
Not a word to say with the true corruption in this country, the true market manipulation when it comes to Wall Street. But when it comes to Coinbase giving you a little 4% for staking your USDC,
and stable coins,
right?
too,
For staking your USDC, they want to come out of the woodworks and shut it down. It's complete garbage.
It's complete. Yeah, so the whole purpose of the SEC is to look for the fraudulent claims in our industry, hence the Bernie Madoffs, hence these hedge funds that are really sketchy, right? Coinbase issuing a 4% yield on a token, on a stable token, is like one of the safest things. It's a savings. It's like one of the safest things in crypto. So it's extremely odd, and it's interesting how all of this is trying to stack FUD on top of FUD.
Yeah, I mean, historically, September is a horrible month for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We've been doing the first week of September. We've been doing fantastic, but obviously historically there's always something. The regulatory FUD usually comes from China. This time it's coming from America.
Yeah.
And it seems to us that they try to do this every fall so their friends in Wall Street and the bankers and stuff can come in and buy more coins at a cheaper price point.
Exactly.
Right?
I think this is a tactic to kind of scare the first adopters, which are us, the people of Bitcoin and all of this cryptocurrency, out of our tokens, out of our coins, and for them to continue to accumulate at a lower cost basis.
Yes, but that's not going to be you, because you're subscribed and you like our videos. You, as a radical investor, is going to buy the dip. Buy the dip. Our next topic.
Next topic we're going to move to is the NFT space. When we had our video of top 3 NFTs to purchase right in the month of September, and those projects haven't really fared out too well, right?
No, they haven't. They have not. So starting from Star Atlas, right? They had, I think, probably the smoothest or a smooth launch for Solana standards at this point. Still very, very complicated. They went with a Dutch auction system versus a regular minting process, which is good because the minting process seems to be completely broken. It was just a little bit, the whole process seemed to be a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. We've communicated that to the team. Hopefully moving forward, they make things a little bit more simple and they dumb things down. I know that sounds kind of bad to dumb things down, but we want to make it easy for everybody.
Yeah, mass adoption requires simplicity. So
the 7s complete. Let's start with Aurora. Let me go before I go to the 7s. I'm gonna go off on those guys. Aurora, another dumpster fire. Absolutely ended up being kind of an inside job type of situation. A lot of people didn't get what they wanted to get. It felt like a circle of insiders happened to get all of the NFTs. I know the community was completely not happy with the way that project minted. I
mean, there was one influencer, right, or somebody that works in the news or so that had
so the partnership, the head of partnerships for Serum ended up getting 11 of these Auroras.
Now, mind you, with the Aurora minting process, you could only mint one at a time, and the majority of the community weren't even able to get one, either via the wallet, right, direct wallet, minting through the wallet, or minting from the site. They weren't able to get any, but you have this insider
getting 11
and going on to Twitter
to
bragging about it.
Yeah. So it was really, really bad. Obviously, they said, he had a whole bunch of people working with him. Clearly an inside job, obviously. Yeah. Sour taste in the mouth. We're no longer supporters of the project.
Yeah, it's not.
And on top of that, it really wasn't digging their apology. They really weren't trying to make anything right. And so that project to us is completely dead. So
there's too much opportunity here. So once you see these kind of red flags from a team, don't even waste your time with it. You move on to the next project because it's a sea of abundance, right?
Yeah, ocean of opportunities. The last one that we talked about last time was the 7s. They had their drop on September 7th, and it was a complete and utter disaster.
I know. Yeah.
Complete disaster. One gentleman ended up getting about 1,000.
Yeah.
Of the 7,000 allocation of NFTs.
So you have this one individual that basically controls 1/7 of the whole entire NFT market, right? So think about, and this was a community that was, if you look at the Twitter numbers for them, we're 40,000 strong.
Yeah, 30,000 in the Discord.
Right, 30,000 in the Discord, and you have one person very active, and you have this one person that was able to to do this thing, and it's just horrible, right?
Not only that, so the guy big brained it. He created a rig, spent about 500 ETH to get the 1,000. By doing that, he essentially for the whole day took gas fees to just a crazy number, and everybody was complaining, not even looking to buy the sevens, buying other projects. Gas fees during September 7th was just ridiculous throughout the whole day.
Right.
Really exposed some of the weaknesses of Ethereum in doing business in Ethereum, and we're going to get to that in a second. But just to finish up with the sevens, yeah, it was a complete disaster that one guy got 1/7 of it. People felt, once again, a recurring theme that was an inside job. And what made people feel like it was an inside job is the team said that they went and they spoke to this individual, and then he decided to give back a whole bunch of them. I forget the number, like 100 or something, right?
Yeah,
and he
craziness.
gave back a whole bunch of them. He said, "Oh, I'm a big supporter of the project." Now, you tell me if that sounds correct. You go through all this work, big braining the situation, creating your little...
Spending a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of ETH, right?
Yeah, creating your little jig or whatever to rig to get what you want, and then spending 500 ETH. That's a lot of money. That's when ETH a couple days ago was
4,000, going
basically all time high.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna spend all that money just to say, "My bad, guys. Here's your stuff back." Come on, man.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man.
It's a scam. And look, we understand why a person was trying to rig the system, because at that time in the secondary market, the sevens were going for a minimum of 2.5 ETH. The minting price is 0.07. So just think about, even with all that gas fees that he spent, he could easily just triple his money just like that. And if this information didn't come out, he probably would have been able to do that. But I think once the community found out about that, there was, again, something that the community couldn't really support.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to apologize and stuff like that. We'll see where it goes, but I think it just left, once again, a sour taste in people's mouths. And that's just the guy with the thousands. I'm sure there's other guys that have 5, 10, 20, 50, 11, and stuff like that. Generally speaking, with all the NFT projects, there needs to be a kind of a community-wide coming together with a more fairer allocation of some of these minting items, because clearly just the regular minting is not working.
It's not working. And obviously white papers are effective, where people can whitelist, where they can purchase over time. But what tends to happen with the whitelist is it's such a small selection. So it's again, the people and fans we are with all of these projects, we have to try, just like everybody else, the majority, to try to get into these, and it just doesn't happen. So I don't know, but as a community, we have to brainstorm and figure out ways, to help this ecosystem, because otherwise I don't see how this Ethereum NFT ecosystem really grows.
Yeah, and are enjoying this type of content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. As always, happy hunting, you guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.